Hello viewers! Bangs, clonks, screeches, those are just some of the nasty sounds you don't want to hear while driving along. Besides being irritating, they almost certainly mean something's either broken or it's going to break soon, which can lead to all sorts of perilous situations. And obviously, nobody wants that, so let's see what commonly causes unusual car noises. As you probably may imagine, weird and odd noises can be caused by a lot of things. This is because our cars have hundreds of moving parts, most of which are subjected to constant wear and high loads. To be honest, the engine is one of the main culprits here, as it can generate all sorts of rattles, knocks and squeals. But what's specific about these noises is that they will usually appear all the time while the car is running. Still, we're not going to deal with them here, as we have a separate video on this subject, so you can check it out there. Instead, let's focus on those noises that you can only hear while driving, going over bumps, braking, or turning the steering wheel. To start with, we have a sort of metal screeching or grinding noise that only appears when braking. This almost always means the brake pads are worn, causing their metal backing plate to scratch directly against the rotors. Sometimes this may also happen while turning, because the resulting inertia will cause the worn brake pads to lean against the rotor. Obviously, the area from where the noise is coming will tell you where the worn brake pads are. Replacing them is a relatively simple job that usually only requires jack stands and some basic tools like spanners and sockets. Still, if you don't know much about brakes and feel this might be out of your reach, it's best to leave it to a professional mechanic. The next thing you may hear is a whining noise while turning, often accompanied by noticeable vibrations that can be felt through the steering wheel. In most cases, this will be caused by power steering whose fluid level is low. Needless to say, topping it off should solve the problem, but be careful what you're pouring in. Most cars use ATF fluid, which is red, but some models need a green pentosine. You can find out what stuff is suitable for your model in the owner's manual, or if you don't have it, leave the question in the comments section below. Similarly, I must mention a squealing or screeching noise that may be there when turning the steering wheel. The most probable cause for this is a shock absorber mount, which sits on top of it and allows it to rotate freely against the chassis. But this movement will not be smooth if the bearing inside the mount seizes, with nasty grinding noise as a result. Although these mounts aren't expensive, their replacement is a complex job, so you might consider having this done by a professional. Also, while on the subject of steering, let's not forget the clicking sound that only appears when you turn the wheel and press the throttle. Assuming the car is a front wheel or all-wheel drive, this is most likely caused by a bad CV joint. In most cases, the CV's boot has fallen apart, allowing dirt and moisture to contaminate and damage its moving internal parts. Replacing the CV joint isn't too hard of a job, but you'll ideally need to get your car on a lift to gain sufficient access. Moving along, we have humming or grinding at certain speeds, which may indicate a bad wheel bearing. This is especially true if the sound becomes louder when turning to one side and quiets down through the turns in the opposite direction. Now, I won't go into any details here, as we have a separate video on worn wheel bearings where you can find out how to verify if this is the case. Another sound that may appear only at certain speeds, usually while cruising on the highway, is the transmission or diff whine. Although similar to the humming wheel bearing, this noise will not become louder or quieter when going through bends. Instead, its intensity might depend on whether you're accelerating or not. Usually it will be most prominent when coasting with the foot off the throttle. Checking the transmission and differential fluid level or even replacing it might help here, but if it doesn't, you'll probably have to take your car to an experienced mechanic. Next, we have various bangs and knocks that you may hear when going over bumps and potholes. As you may imagine, this indicates something's broken inside the suspension, and you can try to narrow down the problem by paying attention to when exactly the knocking appears. If you can hear it only when going with one wheel, regardless of which one, over rough surfaces, I'd suggest checking the sway bar links. These are small metal rods that connect the car's sway bar with the suspension arm at each side. Replacing them is actually a dead simple job. Just jack up the car, remove the wheel, undo two bolts that hold the sway bar link in place, remove it and put in a new one. My advice here is to always replace the sway bar links in pairs, because if one is bad, the other will probably give up soon. On the other hand, you might have a situation when the knocking is limited to one corner of the vehicle and only appears when the wheel on that side goes over bumps. The common causes for this include worn bushings and ball joints, or tie rods, especially if the noise is accompanied by loose steering or pulling to one side. To find out the exact culprit, you'll have to remove the suspected wheel and see if there is any play in the said components. One more possibility here is a bad shock absorber. If it's bent out of shape or completely worn out, it might create all sorts of knocks and squeals when driving over potholes. And if that's the case, you might also notice the car rolls and leans a lot more than usual when braking or going through corners. If suspecting one of your shock absorbers is shot, I'd suggest watching a video on this subject we have here on this channel. Lastly, we have a metallic clunk that seems to come from underneath the car when going over bumps. One possible cause for this is a broken exhaust bushing, which allows the mufflers and connecting pipes to swing around freely, hitting the chassis around it. This one is actually easy to verify. Just get underneath the car and check all bushings. You can also try to push the exhaust back and forth to see if this causes any clunks, which should help you pinpoint the exact location. In case any of the exhaust bushings have fallen apart, they aren't very expensive, usually less than $5 a piece, and replacing them is a fairly easy job. Having gone through all this, only one question remains. Is it possible and safe to drive a car that makes noises and rattles while on the move? Well, although none of the issues mentioned here won't put your vehicle out of action straight away, you shouldn't ignore them either. For instance, brake pads. If they start making a grinding noise, that means it won't be long until they are completely worn. And when that happens, you'll have a hard time stopping the car, which, needless to say, is dangerous. Similarly, ignoring a humming wheel bearing can lead to a wheel falling off while driving, in extreme situations. Other things may not have such drastic consequences, but they can still cause additional damage to the car if left unchecked. So, those would be the most common noises a car can make while driving, as well as how to identify them. I hope this video helped you with the one you're hearing, and if so, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your friends. But if not, consider taking your car to a professional mechanic, or if you want to learn more about how cars work and dive deeper into the problem, check out other videos here or visit our site mechanicbase.com, where you'll find all sorts of automotive repair guides. Bye!